don't understand why you're 40 years old and playing the game still. So.
Well, I mean, what game do you think you're going to be playing when you're 40? When do you think you're going to stop playing games? What's the age? What's the cutoff age?
When you're out of high school and college.
You're a high school kid?
Yeah, I'm in high school. Yeah.
How old are you?
Why does it matter?
Well, I mean, you foresee yourself in the future quitting something you love, like video games? Do you not love video games? You just cruise through it.
I mean, I think it's a little bit of a waste of time when you're that old. But.
Well, how do you know? You're not old yet. I mean, I can think of probably reasons that video games would be a waste of time for a high school kid, too. Do you have a 4.0? Are you in honor classes to get more than a 4.0?
No, but...
You know what I'm saying? There's more things you could be doing to improve your life than playing video games, too, right?
Yeah, you study and not play games.
Hey, just recreation, man. Having fun. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Alright, then.
Alright, hello everybody and welcome to Honey Badger Arcade and another episode of First Person February. Today we're going to be checking out Resistance Fall of Man on the PS3. It was one of the launch titles and one of the most popular. Came out on November 17th, 2006 in the United States, and in Europe it came out in March 23rd, 2007. So it's kind of weird. I didn't know there was a big delay. It was produced by Insomniac, who is known for very interesting weapon designs from their Ratchet and Clank series. And but this is a much more serious or adult game. It takes place in an alternate 1951. So an alternate history, 1951, where Europe is overrun by an alien race known as the Chimera, giving a fresh spin on the first-person shooter genre by blending science fiction with history. So that's kind of like, I find the story of Resistance, just like Killzone, the most appealing. And it's actually kind of a shame that Insomniac never did more with this. And maybe because it was, there could be a number of reasons for it, but personally, I think the Resistance games are great, but I doubt that they would do the same justice to this franchise that they did up until this point, only because of their trajectory. You know, Insomniac worked on the Spider-Man games, and I love the first Spider-Man game. I had little quibbles with it, but mostly I thought it was good. But then Spider-Man Miles Morales and then Spider-Man 2, those look like they're just completely cancer now. I believe Ratchet and Clank went woke as well by introducing some female version of Ratchet that was girl bossing all over the place and just not interesting. This is kind of a sad state of affairs, so I wouldn't trust them to do Resistance anyways. Okay, so I haven't played this in years, so I'm just gonna start a new campaign. Yeah, that's fine, I don't care. You want to overwrite your current playthrough? Yeah, I will, on medium, so let's go ahead and jump in. I think it's gonna tell the story before I get started, so... but this was one of the best-selling launch titles on PS3, sold 2.1 million copies.
The origin of the virus is unknown, but its effects were devastating.
I don't know if you guys can hear everything okay.
In the 1930s, reports of biological experiments began leaking out of Russia. Then reports of villages destroyed overnight. Then entire cities. We feared the Russians had developed a weapon of unparalleled power. The truth was far worse. The Chimera.
That's not the Spider-Man 2 Norwegian we're talking about. It said Spider-Man 2 on PS2 was great. No, I'm not this. I guess it's called Amazing Spider-Man 2 by Insomniac on PS5?
For several months we thought England was safe.
Maybe 4? And PC?
The Chimera burrowed under the Channel. We had prepared for them, but in 3 months' time, the war was lost. We abandoned the cities to the Chimera and retreated to scattered military bases and outposts. The Chimera had won. On July the 11th, 1951, the Americans launched an assault on the eastern coast of England. On the second wave of that assault was a sergeant named Nathan Hale. The actions of that soldier have become a matter of both scrutiny and myth. What follows are the known events of his life from July
I know I'm
11th
just being
to July the
nostalgic.
14th,
Okay, fair enough.
the day he was last seen.
He had like a picture. They didn't even go into his story much, really. Nathan Hale. You know, I like the minimalist storytelling.
No idea what they would soon be facing.
You know, they just show a little
1950.
narration, maybe some
Radio
still
waves and
images.
newspapers became state
I
property.
think that we spend way
Only
too
the
much
highest
money on
levels of their
cutscenes
government knew
and,
the truth.
you know,
The operation was an exchange.
I don't know. I just don't
The
think it's
Americans were
necessary
bringing
for the game.
supplies and tanks
Like, I like
into
this
York.
kind of stuff.
We
This
were
is-
giving them our
maybe it doesn't
one
work in
weapon.
every instance,
Something
but
we could offer that
I think
they
it saves
couldn't
money,
give
it saves
themselves.
time. It
I was
allows
the
people to
commander of the
focus on
convoy
the
team that was to meet the
hello
US
John Ford
soldiers.
Hale.
We were ambushed in Manchester on the way to the rendezvous. There was no way to warn the Americans.
Have any of you guys ever played
They were
Resistance
on
Fall
their
of
own
Man
in
before?
York, fighting an enemy they knew nothing about.
This was like the
never
one of the
learned
first games I
exactly what
got
happened
when I
there.
got my PlayStation
All
3.
we know is that
My
Nathan
girlfriend at the
Hale
time
was
bought
the
me one for
sole
Christmas.
survivor.
And a friend came over just to sort of like check it out, you know. I think that yeah, back when having a woman at home was still an acceptable motivation for male heroes. So toxic. Okay, the Gauntlet. So the first level of this is kind of, in a way, it's one of the harder ones because well, spoiler alert for people who have never played Resistance. At the end of the first level, Nathan Hale, your player character, he gets infected by the Chimera. It doesn't take hold like right away, but it's like a slow thing that happens throughout the story of the first game. But it grants you the ability to regenerate parts of your health. And so in the first level, this level, you don't have regenerating health because you're just a regular guy. In a way that can make things harder. So I think that another thing is the aesthetics of this. There goes the Chimera. Right button. Then you pick up their weapons, and of course, because Ratchet and Clank developers, I don't think there's a running in this, but I gotta get some ammo. Pick up. One of the things that's really cool is there's like really neat weapons. The first level is the get good level. Yeah, kind of hardcore a little bit. Oh shit! Hop out, bitch. Get him. He shot me. See, so you see my health at the bottom left corner. I'm kind of covering a little bit. But that little bit of the bar, it's like 4 bars, right? After you're infected, you can regenerate a bar of health. So it's sort of I kind of like it because it's not you know, like Call of Duty where you can regenerate everything by like just chilling for a second. But it still offers you some reason to take cover so you can wait until you get your health back. I think that Killzone 2. Oh shit! Sorry, those were my guys. Oh no, Schmitty and Horowitz. Okay, I can't go this way, can I? One of the things I love about the Chimera is that they have these like things on their back, and it's like explaining the lore, kind of like Halo, right? The Chimeras, they run at a really high temperature, so they need to use that to cool them down. I don't know if it's something to do with our atmosphere or whatever, but